The average American spends anywhere from 5 to 7 hours on their phones every day. And then you wonder why you don't have any creativeness, why you don't have any imagination, and why you can't get a hold of your time. How come you don't have any attention? Your attention span is like that. Well, it's because we spend most, if not a great amount of our time in that little box. So I decided to experiment and take a whole week off from not using my phone. And I'll tell you what, the results were awesome. Creativity went up, imagination went up, and boy, did I get a hold of my time. So I decided to spend a whole week without using my phone. And I wanted to see if that was going to help my creativity, if that was going to help my imagination, and also, was I going to be able to do more with more time? So today we're going to be diving into that. I'll be talking about some of the things I learned, some of the things I'm going to keep doing, some of the things I liked, some of the things I missed. So let's dive into it, guys. Let's talk about it. So in this experiment, 7 days without using my phone, one of the most important things I gained was time. So for me, I was on my phone 4 hours. I averaged it out to 5. So yeah, it was true. The average American does spend 5 hours of his time on his phone. And not to say that most of this time was messing around or scrolling media or just, consuming junk food online. Some of this was emails from work, some of the things that I have to take care of on my online side hustle, some things that I had to take care of on YouTube. But yes, some of that was watching videos. A lot of that was work. So 5 hours in a day, 35 hours in a week. Boy, that made such a huge difference on just the things that I need to get done. And time with me is very important because I don't have much of it. I have a full-time job that requires 40 hours of me. Then I have a part-time job that requires 30 hours of me. And then you throw in the 10 hours that I do on my side hustle, that's 80 hours a week. So for me, time becomes very precious because that amount of time I can spend with my family, I can spend on myself, and I can spend on my friends and other people that I want to hang out with and spend time with. The channel is called Ivan versus Time because as I get older, I find that time is the most precious, the most valuable resource we have in our lives. And time flies. Life goes by fast. And I don't want to squander it. I want to enjoy the most of it and put it to work for me. I want to use it as a tool that I can build upon them, build a great legacy, build a great life, and a great retirement. So time, you will gain a lot of time, and you will have to sacrifice the things that you're spending your time on, the things that you're wasting your time on. Look at the things you're watching on social media. Look at the things that are taking away your time. Now, is this something productive? Is this something that's going to help you grow? Is this something that's going to make you money? Is this something that's going to make you better? That's going to help you in the long run? Is this giving you good compounding interest in your life? If the answer is no, then what you have to do is, okay, so what is something that I can use this time with? What is something that I can apply to time, or this time that I'm wasting, where I'm able to make something productive, something positive in my life? And it could be a lot of things. It could be anything from self-improvement. It could be reading so you can learn more. It could be picking up a side job, making more money so you can pay off debt. Only you know the things that you need to be spending your time on. And only you know the things that are going to improve your life and the life of the people around you. So to make a long story short, going forward, going into the future, I mean, I still am going to have to be on my phone. I am going to have to use that box still. But now I'm going to use it more intentionally, smarter. Most of the things I do on my phone are related to my work, to my business, whether it's my two jobs, whether it's my side hustle, or especially now that I started YouTube, I'm going to be spending more time on that. But all of these things are things that are productive. All of these things are things that are going to help my life, are going to help me grow, are going to help me become the person that I want to become. They're going to put money in my pocket. They're going to make they're going to make me they're going to make me a better man. So take that into account. Time. The more time you have, the more good things you can do in your life. What are those things? Only you know. So let's move on to number 2. So on that 7-day period when I stopped using my phone, one of the things I noticed was my creativity went up. I started thinking about all these YouTube topics, all these YouTube videos that I wanted to make. And not only that, I started getting creative about how to implement systems, not only in my YouTube process, but also in my online side hustle. How I was able to organize things better to make my life easier so I'm able to sell more. I was able to be more creative on how to set up my meals, how to set up my clothes, and how to set up my things in my regular jobs. So I was able to work on those systems and get up in the morning, clothes are ready to go. I know where everything is. My food was already made for the next few days. All I had to do was grab it and put it in my backpack. Some of the things connect to the first one, more time. And this boosts up your creativity because you have less mental stress to waste on things that you don't have to waste time on. You don't have to think about these things. Becoming creative helps you because it solves problems. You sit down and you actually have the time to go through every single one of them. Like, oh, I'm wasting all this time looking for clothes. I'm wasting all this time trying to make something for lunch for my job. Where's my backpack? Where's my agenda? Where do I put my wallet? So in my case, I set up systems to organize my life, to organize the different facets of my life from when I wake up to when I go to sleep. And one of the things that connects to being more creative, to having more creativeness, like I said, it's time, but also you have to implement meditation. Meditation was something that I've always played around with, something that I've always wanted to do, but that I never implemented in my life. So now with more time, that's something that I decided to dive into the deep end. And boy, the benefits are awesome. Because once you sit down with yourselves, and with me, I am very lucky to live in a place where I have all this natural beauty where you can just come out here and meditate for as long as you want. But the important thing is you don't need to be somewhere like this in order to meditate. You can meditate anywhere. Try to go to a dark, quiet place if you can, but you will notice that as you get better and you do it more, you can meditate in the middle of a busy street because you are at peace. You are in your mind with your thoughts and nothing outside can disturb you. So as I meditated, I found that my creativeness went up. It expanded. I came up with all these great ideas, with all these things that I couldn't have if I was just on my phone 24/7. It's hard to focus on yourself when you have all these distractions around you. You have to focus on the things that you want. You have to focus on the things that you want to better in your life. You have to get rid of all these distractions. At the end of the day, everybody's fighting for your attention. And the best way to keep your attention on the things that you want is to block out all those distractions. So I believe the best way, if you don't want to meditate, if you're not into that, then at least sit down somewhere, get a piece of paper, and start writing down all these ideas. Write down your problems in your life. On another piece of paper, write down the solutions, or come up with creative ideas on those solutions to those problems. You'll be amazed of the things that you can come up with. But we've been on our phones so long that process in our mind, it's just not very smooth anymore because we don't do it. And it's like anything in life. The more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. So number 2, you want to become more creative. It's not on the outside. You're going to have to go on the inside. But that's something that you have to work on yourself. So yeah, take time for yourself. Meditate, sit down, go over your problems. You'll be amazed on how your creativeness just flows. So let's move on to number 3. Okay, so it seems that we are lost. Okay, so I wouldn't say lost. We just got off track here. You know, should have zigged when you should have zagged, kind of thing. But there's a trail, so we're heading in the right direction here. Trying to find a spot to film the last part of this video. Question is where? Okay, we'll find our way. We'll find our way out of here. Wow! So the third and most important thing, imagination. That's something that we use a lot when we're little kids. We use a lot of imagination because we're growing up. We don't know a lot of things. So in our minds, we create these worlds. We create these images. We create so many things when we're little, but as we grow up, something happens and we lose it. It flies away. It's gone. So that's something that I noticed when I took this week off from the box. And I noticed my imagination expanded. It's hard to imagine things when you're spending all your time looking at something else that somebody has imagined. So right now, see where you are. Look around you. What do you see? Do you see a TV? Do you see pictures? Are you walking? Do you see cars? Do you see a building? Look around you. What do you see? And that's not the point. The point is, whatever you see, at some time, it was in the imagination of somebody. Somebody thought about it and created it. If you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. But we lose touch with that. We lose touch with our imagination as we grow up because life comes along and you have bills, you have car payments, you have mortgages, you have responsibility. And then you throw in the box. And where does imagination go? There is no room for imagination. So I challenge you, take some time off. Go into yourself. Delve into your mind. Find out who you really are, not who other people are. You have your own life story. You're in a movie. You're the main character. You're not an extra. You're the real deal. You're the main guy. So as we come to an end of this video, these are the 3 things that you will gain by putting your phones away. And I'm not saying to put them away completely, but cut down on that time. And those hours that you do gain, use them. And you will see your time, your creativity, and your imagination skyrocket into the sky. So take time for yourself. Block off all those distractions. Focus on you. And you will see that you will gain so many things. It's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. You are the one that's going to decide whether you want to do it or not. You are the one that's going to decide what you want to sacrifice in order to gain something better. So I leave you with that. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, if you learned anything, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.